Go.
Streaming from South Africa to the world. This is the Stonks Go Moon podcast. What just happened? We break it down so you don't have to.
Welcome everyone to the Stonks Go Moon podcast. What if the real Satoshi Nakamoto wasn't about Bitcoin, but about owning your identity? Long before NFTs hit OpenSea and ChatGPT learned your name, today's guest was building blockchain secured identity systems and training AI to value you. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest today, Preska Thomas, founder of DebitMyData. Welcome to the pod.
It's true. Thank you for this wonderful introduction. I'm a bit of a comedian here. Yes, it is true. It's 100% true.
That would have been very awkward. It would have been hard to walk that back. How long have you been in blockchain and AI, if I may ask?
Decades. Believe it or not, I'm closer to my 60s. I'm nearly 1966. Yes, I've exposed myself. Well, my journey started with the conviction that real revolution in blockchain, it wasn't just about currency, cryptocurrency, but it was about giving people sovereignty over their digital identity, their selves that we have to own as humans. Free will, that's our gift from the very moment of breathing air in this world. Free will, right? Birth. So anyways, now we need to make certain that our digital identity, our digital selves are also breathable in the concept, methodologies of free will, the algorithms that are written or permitting the human experience of free will that, hey, we are AGI or human brains. We've already reached AGI. Some of us are super AGI. And we're training this wonderful world of human thoughts, words, concepts, our brain, with its beautiful large language model, protocols, and systems. And in turn, it asks us for tokens. But were those not our words or thoughts or ideas? But what is our value to the new world of large language models and AGI? Well, in 1990s, I was already studying cryptography. By 2001, I drafted the first white papers on identity NFTs. And in 2010, I integrated facial recognition and AI layers. And in 2024, we're nearly closing our safe seed round that built DebitMyData. It's a public blockchain, includes ad server network and AI engine on AWS. I'm using my proof of future consensus. What is this proof of future consensus? I want to make certain that every one of us as individuals, as humans, we own the agentic avatars that we create. We own. Because this is a new world of an open system, open network, open source. Meta has learned the closed systems of social media, Facebook. I think in order to work with AI, we have to become Meta. We have to deploy Meta, but it's still a closed system. Everything that you literally position and content, you don't own 100%. Now, there's a new world of individuals from major corporations that were very successful using your data.
Yeah.
By the way, every millisecond of the day, billions of dollars are being made on you, your energy. What is that energy?
So these trends that we're seeing pop up onto GPT, most of all the Studio Ghibli trend, creating an avatar, a box figurine, like avatar of yourself. The theory is that it's just being used by us uploading our data, our images, and giving it to these companies that we're basically training their algorithm, and it's actually being done without our consent, but we are consenting in the process of doing it. Is that something that is true?
It's 100%, 1,000,000,000,000,000% true. And now they're at the point of making every millisecond of the day billions of dollars on us training their systems. They're running to our government and they're saying not only universal income we need, but we need to make certain all the copyrights, all the trademarks, all of the patents, they have to be available to us free. And we don't have to pay for it. Can you make it possible for us to no longer pay individuals and corporations for the use of their copywritten or patented technologies and products or services? No, we cannot continue a society, a path as such, because in order for humanity to maintain the special, the important human beings that we are, not just in our earth, but I truly believe that the air that we breathe, the oxygen, we as humans, we contribute to the ecosystems of the various millions and trillions of systems, solar systems that we're not even aware of.
Yeah.
Kind of like what the bumblebee or the bee, the queen bee does for the ecosystem of the earth. That beautiful mathematical dance, what it does for the ecosystem or very survival of Earth. Well, yes, this is true. It is happening. I want to go back a little bit and tell you, share with you why it's important, the importance of the large language models that we are building, the AI systems that are being deployed right now, that will lead to the inevitability of our quantum computing world. The quantum computing world that will be able to literally, without our permission, the permission of the corporations that own the systems and algorithms, crack every code, every passcode, every system, whether it's private or government. We cannot afford to continue in a path of, I'm a major corporation and I will continue building a closed system, whereas I own you and you will pay me tokens, money, because I need the money to pay back the tokens, the systems that are being built. Well, this will all be crackable. The only way that we will have a beautiful experience as humans with the technologies that we're building is that we allow human ownership. We allow those systems to value the human efforts. Our fingers, click, 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 Netflix. Or their fingers, smartphone, click, 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 click. The beautiful content we're creating, whether we're email, they're collecting data, your email, or whether we're posting on Facebook, they're collecting, making money. So listen, the only way to make certain that there's a utopia and that we do not become a slave to the systems, even the corporations that feel that they're, oh no, they can control the system. Hey, OpenAI proved how many employees left OpenAI in fear that, oh no, we're building something that I need to build something that counters what's already built because we can't control it. So maybe perhaps we can have different perceptions or different ideas, mechanisms, and algorithms to manage what we're already building. Even Sam, recently, he said, yeah, we can't control it. Look, my solution, I believe, I've worked on this decade and I've watched all of this decades ago. The only way for humanity to literally be positioned not as pets of the new systems that we're building, but to continuously feed the system in a unique way, in a manner whereas every individual has ownership and they are able to earn a living from their data, not
Okay.
just universal basic income.
Uh-huh.
No, we humans, we love to create, we love to learn, we love to grow, and we want to grow as humanity, not to become pets, but grow to continue building the technologies rather that we embrace and making our lives better, not destroying our lives,
Mm.
our livelihood, the
Mm.
beautiful systems, economies that we've built, the affordability of every individual all across the world to
Yeah.
have the ability to communicate with one another. Click, 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 matter of clicks. We can do better and we are doing better. And DebitMyData, what I've positioned, is a
Yes.
solution. It's an
So
option
okay. So how
to
does
the
it work?
universal.
Okay. Okay. Talk me through it a bit.
Hmm.
How does that work? How does that process work of owning your data, but not only owning your data, uh, but
Hmm.
monetizing it for your own gain at least?
Okay. Well, it's much deeper.
Okay.
Let me go back a little
Yeah.
bit so
Cool.
I can explain how it works now that everyone has an understanding as to what blockchain technology is, what NFTs are.
Yeah.
Um, figure out how it worked dates way back more than 2 decades, three
Okay.
decades, long before NFT was coined NFT. Well, Ethereum positioned NFTs and they called it non-fungible tokens. But before that, I was calling it Venternet,
Oh.
Simabit, even
Okay.
way back in the 90s. In 2007, I called it Simabit. Even earlier, I laid down the immutable user controlled records of identity. And that was very important for me. See, my background in digital security, homeland security consulting, I love mathematics. I love
Mm-hmm.
the beauty of systems, economies, just exciting, right?
Everything is
Really,
connected. Yeah. It's the interconnectedness
absolutely.
of everything. That's yeah.
That's right. Interconnected with the individuality being
Mm.
embraced of those connectivities that makes it all work together.
Yeah.
Sure, they say order out of chaos, but there's always going to be order. So there's always chaos that we have to look upon. But yeah, so understanding crisis mitigation, fixing something that's broken, or providing a solution to a major corporation or a government agency of something that perhaps was broken,
Mm-hmm.
looking at the system itself, what brought this brokenness, this chaos, and targeting, and then understanding data, the significance of data.
Mm.
By the way, our subconscious brain, beyond milliseconds, we're capturing data, seeing
Mm.
things that our conscious brain we're looking at, but our subconscious brain is literally capturing everything in a room, everything around us without us even knowing it.
Yeah.
And when we finally want to focus on one thing that we see or saw, then it brings it to the forefront, right?
Yeah.
So data, we love data. So I was aggressively consulting and showing the power and the value of blockchain,
Yeah.
the true power of that, and knowing, by the way, that's going to be important for human individuality and sovereignty, right?
Yes. Decentralization. Yeah.
It went over everyone's head.
Okay.
Everyone's head.
What year
My
was this?
wonder,
2007.
oh my goodness,
Oh,
1990s,
okay.
93.
Okay.
Night, yep.
So it was
But I
just too
didn't.
early. It was basically
Oh, it
too
was too
early. Yeah.
early.
Okay.
I was meeting with Sony, and one of my wonderful associates who was in this journey with us, Mark
Yeah.
Alexander.
Okay.
He's the one who's responsible for the Michael Jackson Pepsi commercial,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was a huge, huge win. And so, Mark, we need to bring to the attention the importance and the value of blockchain systems in advertising and as such, whereas no longer they will become intrusive, they'll be non-intrusive. Oops, over everyone's head. We were
Wow.
at meetings that were scheduled prior to 911, by the way,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
we didn't cancel the meetings. And so there we were, a week after 911. We were watching the disaster Oh, it was such a different New York. People were looking at one
Gee.
another in the eyes.
Yeah.
It was, but anyways, we were there and we still took the meetings and trying to explain to them the importance of blockchain and entertainment industry sector, trying to convince and explain to them you will lose your distribution to Silicon Valley
Hmm?
because the gaming
Yeah.
industry, you need to buy into it. You're going to lose. Distribution is the
And
most important thing to you.
look where we are now. And look
Absolutely.
where we are now.
Absolutely. Now
Yeah.
there's a chance.
Yes.
And so over everyone's head. So I remained in the background building.
Mm-hmm.
By 2010, literally, even before Satoshi Nakamoto, he was focused on the cryptocurrency. I was focusing on the layer
Mm,
that led to the proof of stake.
mm,
And Satoshi was working on the proof of work.
mm,
I love the proof of work, but I knew that it was not going to be an open system enough, that
mm.
we needed to have the proof of stake model to coincide with the proof of work model. And between, I was building my proof of future model,
Mm.
which was correlated in between those layers, because a proof of future is what is going to allow the individuals to have ownership, to bridge into the proof of work. Anyways,
100% follow
by
you.
2010, I built an end-to-end prototype for identity tokens, ad
Mm-hmm.
networks that let people lease space on their digital avatars and
Mm-hmm.
or their NFTs.
Wow.
And I documented it all in time-stamped emails and white papers.
You've got the receipts.
I've got the receipts.
Receipts. Okay,
No,
cool.
no, no world. I did not use ChatGPT,
Yeah.
and ChatGPT is not the one that's doing all this. And nope, I have the timestamps and the receipts.
Okay. So basically, that's where what led you to this point now with DebitMyData.
Yes, yes. Those early documents and emails, some dating back as far back as 2001, the recent ones I made public,
Yeah.
powered the digital identity system that could be tokenized, secured, and monetized. And so the world was still chasing JPEG speculation.
How did that
Um,
feel? Sorry to interrupt you there, but how was that? How did that feel that you had this tech that you knew had a larger or a bigger potential or impact on the world? And here we saw cartoon monkeys being portrayed as the value of NFTs. How did that feel to you sitting back and watching that all unfold and ultimately crash down?
Exciting. It
Oh.
felt it felt exciting. It felt great because I'm a strategist,
Mm,
and my strategy was that, hey, look, if I raise the billions or millions of dollars through Silicon Valley right now, I would literally be spending the money to train the world about blockchain technology and what an NFT truly is and what non-fungible tokens
mm,
mean in the scope of
mm,
my technologies with zero fund and on and on and on. And so what I did in 2017, I this is when it really started, when everyone became aware.
mm,
I asked my husband, I, it's, I hate the idea of raising money to educate the world about this technology and become second to be first.
yes.
uh, and because they'll learn what it is and steal it and do it. And then I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
should I just give it to the world? And so I did just that. And I knew exactly whom the second to be first copycat players were. And because of my consulting background,
Mm,
I had access to their emails and or LinkedIn. So I sent beautiful packages
mm,
about NFTs, what
mm-hmm.
they should be. They should be Simabit. And I thought, you know what? This is a great idea, and I think someone should put this out there. Sure enough, by the end of 2017, we had the OpenSea and the eventually the Blur.io, and then we, Binance, and now even Coinbase wants NFTs, and these guys were making minimal $200 million per week individually at the most. I mean, OpenSea, 400 million, 500 million per week. Oh, it was wonderful watching this beautiful experience, and individuals from Wall Street or the Wall Street world clueless. There's a $400 million a week company here. They're trading JPEGs. It was wonderful. So I absolutely love seeing the world obsess with the profile PFPs while genuine digital sovereignty. That part I was not happy about, went unnoticed. It was surreal. But that hype again, it taught people about blockchain's potential, and it paved the way for platforms like ours. I mean, even though while we were always in AI and technology and building our large language model, because AI, you guys, have been around long before
Long
OpenAI,
before.
ChatGPT,
Long
long
before.
before.
Yeah. Yeah.
So understand blockchain technology and the inevitability as to, hey, one day AI will be a reality. Um, yeah, I was very excited about the fact now the world is trained as to uh, the possibilities, the potential, the importance, the significance of blockchain prior to the quantum computing world. It was wonderful. And
So
now instead of just art speculation, users can leverage their data to earn a passive income and turning their digital footprints into an asset class. And that's what I positioned with DebitMyData.
what a poignant place to end this conversation. Preska, thank you so much for joining me today. If the listeners want to go and connect with you and find out more about DebitMyData and what it is that you guys do, where can they connect with you?
Yes, you can go visit our debitmydata.com. Right now, we've opened for beta testing and a test launch. So make sure that you register because you will receive emails as different layers and different parts of the experience are open,
Cool, cool,
and be the first. And so
cool.
this is your opportunity, you guys. You're very much versed with NFTs, you're versed with animes,
Mm-hmm.
and you're versed with cryptocurrency. Um, yeah, register so that you will have the opportunity to create your agentic avatar that you own, that will communicate with the other agentic avatars of the other players of the world. Because remember, Open AI, Sam said eventually $200 per month, but there are companies that are going to pay $20,000 a month for an agentic avatar that will run their entire company, their entire life. Well, with DebitMyData, register now so you can position yourself to create the agentic avatar that you own, and you will not have to pay $20,000 a month. But your beautiful agentic avatar that you own, your digital self, will be able to communicate with the other agentic avatars on your behalf. You train it to make you money in whatever field, area that of experience and employment that you were laid off. It's okay, fine. You create your new world. There's a world that you can create to earn a living through your agentic avatar that will negotiate the best deals on your behalf from other agentic avatars of advertisers that will be trying to vie for your attention for their products and services. Now you will have ownership of yourself. And moreover, the anime world is huge. It's very big.
Yeah.
Through our LLM model, not only do we have the image or photo to video, we have the typical text prompt text, getting information that you need to run your business, whether you're a plumber or you're a major influencer or you're a lawyer. Well, hey, look, they say that your jobs will be displaced. Hey, we can create the jobs for ourselves that will communicate with the technologies that others position in corporate world or other technologies to ban us from our jobs can still continue if we own ourselves, our digital selves, and use our blockchain as such. And moreover, another reason you want to go to DebitMyData to register is because around the corner and today, right now, social engineering is real. DebitMyData will allow you to have real cybersecurity, meaning your blockchain or your agentic avatar, whether it's in a cartoon version or a real person version that looks like me. No, I'm not in agentic. I'm a real person right now. My programmers will defer. Our team would defer. Okay. No, yes, but truly, you will be able to take advantage of all of our wonderful tools, text to image, image to video. But the most important thing is that you will make the choice to either embed a logo on your agentic avatar or your facial recognition. If you don't want to use your face, use your logo, because corporations have used their logo and look how important their logos are to them. Hey, look, you are your logo. You are the data. And so you can embed either a logo of your choice or your facial recognition on your agentic avatar or on your NFT. And when you send out a message or an email, and it's from that block, that beautiful block of zero funds, and someone clicks on your facial recognition or your logo on your agentic avatar or your NFT, they know the message is from you. They know the song is you, it's from you. They know that beautiful TikTok video is from you. So, hey, so many opportunities. Right now, we're positioning for monetize your selfie. So in the next few weeks, you guys, you're going to have a blast making money, earning a living from your NFT. So debitmydata.com. Fun. Hey, we left the fun and greed behind of the NFTs in that world, but the fun, and being able to earn a living from your data is a reality. And thank you so much for this opportunity, Rocco.
It's only my pleasure. I think it's a very interesting future. You have a very interesting mind. I think thinking on maybe a level that's far above the man in the street, but somehow I think through the decades, the tech and the people and everything has culminated to this point, and I'm keen to see where you guys go. So we are going to leave the links in the comments, and I'm gonna leave you and say to our listeners, peace, love, and prosperity. I'll catch you in the next one.
There's sparkles in hairspray in her wake. She brought 15 outfits and a microphone. Now she's totally past the no entry zone. Houston, we've got a situation. No sound up here, but she won't believe. Keeps on dancing, spinning through debris. Mission control, what should we do? She's lip syncing in her silver suit. Unauthorized performance in progress, breaking protocol, causing such stress. Commander says she's doing pirouettes. Past the satellite pirouettes. Past the satellite communication sets. She's recording something on her phone while the crew just wants to be left alone. Houston, please advise immediately. No sound up here, but she won't believe. Keeps on dancing, spinning through debris. Mission control, what should we do? She's lip syncing in her silver suit. Космическая станция вызывает. Поп-звезда не понимает, здесь нет воздуха для пения, только танцы без движения.
вызывает. Поп-звезда не понимает, здесь нет воздуха для пения, только танцы без движения. Watching live, I see attempts are 0G high dive. Commander Blake